Sunshine Coast is just such a nice spot to be. You're not in the hustle and bustle of the busy city, but you've got all the lovely, you've got beaches and lakes and mountain biking trails and so many other options, as well as the cute little town. I think the best plan if you're thinking about moving to the Sunshine Coast is to come and spend, at least 4 or 5 days, but a week maybe, and come and check out all the way from Gibson's out to Pender and see what lifestyle suits you best. If you like the town or a little bit more up into the mountains, and just see how it feels and where you feel comfortable. Well, I would say Gibson's and Seashelt are more your busier towns, whereas Roberts Creek, you get more your outdoorsy mountain biking type people out walking their dogs and coming down to the beach. Pender Harbor is more, I feel like you get more your boating sports and people out on the lakes, out on Ruby Lake. I would say Ruby's my favorite. It's so big and clear. It doesn't get too warm. You can boat on it. Yeah, I think Ruby's my favorite. I would say when you're preparing to sell your home that it's a good idea to declutter and get it all kind of tidy and tidy up the yard, but try not to make it too high maintenance for yourself, so that keeping it like that while you're listed is not overwhelming that it gets you frustrated and feeling panicky about keeping up on everything. One of my biggest red flags when we walk into a home with buyers is when there's incense and candles burning and all sorts of things that are seeming to cover up a smell. Mm-hmm. And then also if it's freshly painted, sometimes you can get suspicious that they're covering things up. Oh, there's so many, but I love the trails up in Roberts Creek, up off of Lockyer, up at the B&K. There's tons that are great for walking with the dogs, and those I'd say that's my favorite areas, the Roberts Creek area. A big thing with buyers is that they feel a bit of a panic to find something, and they get stressed if they don't start to find something in the first couple of days or even the first day of looking. And so the biggest thing is to reassure them that new things are always coming on the market, and we'll find them something. And the more we look at, the better idea we have of what they want and where they want to be. Yeah, so the biggest thing is to take the urgency out of it for them, that we're going to find something, and there's new things that are coming on all the time. And if they lose one in a multiple offer situation, we'll just find the next one. It's not the be all end all, and you always just have to keep that in mind, that there is more coming on, and sometimes the next one that comes on is the perfect one, and it was even better than the one they thought was perfect last time. I feel like with the two of us being the father-daughter team, we've got the huge experience from my dad being in real estate for almost 30 years. And then from me coming in new, I have some different new ideas. And sometimes I'll relate better to a client, or Dad will relate better to a client. But so they have kind of those two ideas and two different views to bounce ideas off of. Well, I grew up on the Sunshine Coast. I was born and raised here, and I've spent most of my life out on these beaches and up in the trails, and in and around all the towns and the community. Um, and I love it here. I left for a while, um, lived in Langley, and coming back was the best decision I could have made. It just feels like home.